Tactical combat casualty care is the standard of care in battlefield pre-hospital medicine. The National Association of EMT states almost 90% of American servicemen and women who die from combat wounds do so before they arrive at a medical treatment facility. It is important that all personnel, not only medical personnel, learn, adopt, and grow with the Tactical Combat Casualty Care Guidelines. Tactical Combat Casualty Care has come a long way since the start of the war in Iraq and Afghanistan. The war years have seen many life-saving advances in battlefield trauma care pioneered by the Joint Trauma System and the Committee on Tactical Combat Casualty Care. These advances have dramatically increased the survival rate on the battlefield. Prior to 9/11, the combat field care was modeled around civilian care. Tactical combat casualty care was not ready for the injuries that were seen at the start of the war. Medics were taught to not use tourniquets, to not use hemostatic agents, and to not use junctional tourniquets. They were taught to use 2 large bore IVs on all casualties with significant traumas, large volumes of crystalloid fluids for resuscitation, and a heavy emphasis on endotracheal intubation. They were literally killing their casualties during this period because of the overuse of crystalloid fluids and the improper techniques used for tourniquet application. Here I have a graph taken from Emergency Tactics website. It shows the breakdown of the battlefield deaths in Vietnam era before TCCC. Head and neck injuries, 16%. Torso, 32%. Multiple injuries, 8%. And extremities at 44%. All preventable deaths on the battlefield. The Committee on Tactical Combat Casualty Care got together and realized unnecessary lives were being lost and measures to change this needed to be made. Since the committee began updating the guidelines, the survival rate has gone up significantly. Once limb tourniquets were broadly trained, distributed, and used, their efficiency became apparent. According to Colonel Karen O'Brien, a TRADOC surgeon and a committee member of Tactical Combat Casualty Care, a recent U.S. Army Training and Doctrine Command survey of soldiers and combat units found that Tactical Combat Casualty Care is the second most valued element of their training, exceeded only by the training in the use of individual weapons. Here, I have a CAT tourniquet. The application of this tourniquet is very simple. It's practically dummy proof. Say I'm on patrol, I get shot, and I have arterial bleed to my right arm. I can apply this to myself. I will have it like so, and my IFAK ready to go. Take it, put it on your arm. You tighten the self-adhering band. Take the windlass, you tighten it down until bleeding has stopped. Once bleeding has stopped, you put it in the windlass clip and hold it down. Also check distal post to make sure it was applied right. Treat the casualty, prevent further casualties, complete the mission. These are the 3 objectives of Tactical Combat Casualty Care. William Pollard once said, "Learning and innovation go hand in hand." The arrogance of success is to think that what we learned yesterday will be sufficient for tomorrow. With the new technologies and weapons being introduced on the battlefield, it is important that we keep our American servicemen and women trained on the most updated tactical combat casualty care guidelines.